Hello, my friends. The situation on the front line is worsening every day. Let's start right away with the Pokrovsk direction, where Russian forces are intensifying their activity. They are launching assaults on Myrolubivka, the village of Promень, and pushing toward the outskirts of Myrnograd. Assaults are also ongoing in Sukhy Yar and Lysivka, though no advances have been recorded over the past 24 hours. However, the situation remains extremely tense. To the south, fighting continues for Vishneva, where multiple sources reporting it has been captured by Russian forces, though we are waiting official confirmation from the general staff. Battles are also underway in Novodmitrivka, Voznesenka, and Ilyinka as Russian forces attempt to expand their control near Kurakhivka. Due to catastrophic advances in the Vuhledar direction, it's now necessary to merge reports on the Kurakhove and Vuhledar fronts. Russian forces have pushed more than 12 kilometers forward from Vuhledar, moving directly toward Kurakhove. Here, they continue to break through from Maximilianivka toward the outskirts of Kurakhove. Assaults are also reported in the fields near Dalny village following the capture of Katerinivka and most of Antonivka. Russian forces have begun assaulting Yelizavetovka. Additionally, fighting is taking place in Trudove with advances beyond Bogoyavlenka across the fields. Assaults on Maximivka have also been reported. As for Yasna Polyana, Ukraine's general staff hasn't yet confirmed the loss of the village. For now, we're still waiting, but it's clear that the front line here has seen severe breakdowns. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, Russian forces haven't yet launched a major offensive, but attacks on the village of Cherivne have begun, along with ongoing shelling along the front line. However, no changes have been reported over the past 24 hours. In the Kherson direction, Russian forces continue shelling the right bank and are attempting to break through to the islands. Nonetheless, the situation remains under control by the Ukrainian forces. In the Toretsk direction, the Russians continue shelling the entire area but are not initiating new offensive actions, leaving the situation unchanged. In the Chasiv Yar direction, attacks on the city continue, with Russians attempting to break through the canal area and establish a foothold. On the southern flank, which Russian forces have managed to extend, there are currently no new developments and no assaults are being conducted in this sector. In the Siversk direction, the Russians continue expanding their controlled area within the Serebryanka forest. Assaults are also persist near Bilohorivka and Verkhnyokamyansk, but there have been no changes on the front line over the past day. In the Kreminna direction, the Russians are intensifying their assaults on Terny and Zarichne. However, Ukrainian forces haven't retreated behind the water barrier and continue to hold the line, though the situation remains extremely challenging. In the Borova direction, the Russians continue assaults on Zagryzove, Nova Kruglяківка and Kruglяківка, with intense fighting is ongoing in Lozova, Zeleний Гай, Вишневе, and Першотравневе. There have been no shifts in control in the past day, but activity here remains very high, so we await the outcome of this latest wave of attacks. Further south, battles continue in Druzhelyubivka, Grekivka, and toward Katerinivka, where Ukrainian forces are holding the line. In the Kupiansk direction, the Russians are attempting to expand the northern flank above Kupiansk to establish an encirclement. Today, there are active assaults on Kindrashivka alongside intensified shelling of Golubivka in preparation for new assaults. Fighting remains steady around Sinkivka with attacks on Petropavlivka, Novoosinovo and Kolesnikivka. For now, the front line holds as Ukrainian forces work to prevent further advances. In the Kharkiv direction, the Russians continue shelling Kharkiv and surrounding border settlements. Strangely, there has been no mandatory evacuation order for Kharkiv, despite ongoing casualties from the shelling and its proximity just 15 kilometers from the front line. While conditions remain dangerous, there has been no change in the situation. For now, Russian forces are not conducting new offensives towards Lipty, and the front line has stabilized. In Vovchansk, fighting continues, though Russian forces haven't made any new gains. Along the Kursk direction, the Russians are similarly shelling the border region with occasional strikes on Sumy. However, the front line remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Nebenzya, following Lavrov's lead, stated that Russia will not participate in negotiations and is aiming for Ukraine's total defeat.
Сценария с минскими договоренностями. Никакой заморозки фронта для того, чтобы режим Зеленского мог залезать рано, не будет. Как не будет и вступления Украины в том или ином виде в НАТО. Все цели нашей СВО, включая демилитаризацию и денацификацию Украины, остаются в силе и не меняются. А вот что меняется, причем стремительно, так это размер территории, остающейся под контролем киевского режима. Советую всем, кто радеет за своих украинских подельников, не забывать об этом. И думать не о клике Зеленского, а об украинском народе, долгосрочные интересы которого состоят в мире и добрососедстве с Россией. Пока же это у наших западных коллег плохо получается.
Zelensky, on the other hand, pointed out that the next US president could either increase support for Ukraine or reduce it, but any reduction would mean a certain loss for Ukraine.
Президент Сполучених Штатів новий може або посилити підтримку України, або її послабити. Послаблення підтримки України дасть можливість Росії більше окупувати нас. Послаблення підтримки України не дасть нам можливості перемогти в цій війні. І це правда. І тому ми говоримо не про компроміси території, а ми говоримо про те, що можуть бути ті чи інші дипломатичні шляхи, але вони залежать від політики Сполучених Штатів Америки, якщо вона не послабиться. Бажання Сполучених Штатів Америки реально закінчити війну швидко, і в разі Трампа, те, що він декларував, що він людина справи, і він хоче просто закінчити війну швидко і знайти якусь модель, але якщо Трамп захоче, у разі його перемоги, якщо він захоче просто змусити Україну віддати все, і щоб таким чином домовитись з Росією, я не думаю, що на сьогодні це можливо.
But if Trump's conditions are refused, he might cut aid to Ukraine, accelerating Russia's advance and territorial gains. How do you feel about this? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's all from me. So please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.